First starts now with breaking news.
And breaking news right now at noon. Campus protests over the Israel-Hamas war now hitting here at home. At universities across Metro Atlanta, our First Alert chopper capturing the clashes with campus police as arrests were made on Emory University's campus. We're glad you're with us. I'm Rick Fulbaum.
And I'm Lana Harris. We have Atlanta News First reporter Patrick Quinn on the ground there at Emory Indicator, where he's learned this is not just about the Israel-Hamas war. Patrick, it's pretty loud behind you. What can you tell us?
Yes, we are starting to hear some chants as well about Stop Cop City. So there are multiple fronts that hear students and non-students as well as professors. They've been out here. They are advocating for change right here on Emory's campus. It has been a contentious morning. I witnessed at least 15 arrests earlier. From talking with students here on the ground, these arrests, they included students and non-students, including a couple professors as well. This all started roughly 10 o'clock this morning. Atlanta police, they were on campus, as well as Georgia State Patrol on campus, issuing those arrests, and we're seeing this still spill into the afternoon. Listen to a little of the contentious moments from earlier.
What are you doing? Let them go! Let them go! Let them go! Let them go! Let them go!
And you're hearing those chants of let them go. Again, I counted at least 15 people who were arrested by Atlanta police, and as we're seeing right now, these crowds, they're not going anywhere, now calling for administrators to enact change themselves. And so we'll continue to watch this from the ground. From talking with students here, one of this has to do with, sure, Cop City. That's certainly a point of emphasis, as well as the Israel-Hamas war. But also some just say these are our First Amendment rights. We want to be able to talk about anything freely on campus. Listen to this PhD student.
So I started running, and then when I turn around, I see, yeah, they got my friend, they tackled him to the ground. They just went crazy, honestly. It makes me feel sad, but not just for Emory University, but for the state of America. Like, what the hell is this, you know? It's freedom of speech. We didn't even do anything wrong, and now these people are just tied up, heads down. If you saw how some of these people came here, it was atrocious.
And some of those who were arrested told us they were arrested for criminal trespassing. Now, Emory University this morning, they have released a statement on these demonstrations. They say these individuals are not members of our community. They are activists attempting to disrupt our university as our students finish classes and prepare for finals. Emory does not tolerate vandalism or other criminal activity on campus. That's what Emory is saying this morning. However, as I've already pointed out, some tell us that indeed some of those arrested were Emory students and faculty members. Now, take a look right now. You're seeing this crowd here still on campus. This comes after roughly 2 hours ago. That's when those arrests happened, but clearly nobody is going anywhere. We're live here from Emory University. Patrick Quinn, Atlanta News First.
Wow.